Hey, good morning, it's Owen Bigland and this is the Inside Edge video blog. Wanted to talk about due diligence. Sounds pretty straightforward. I think if most people are like me, any major or half decently priced purchase you're going to make, you're probably going to do a bit of due diligence before you pull the trigger on it. I know with most people, if you're buying a new car, for instance, you're probably going to go to a few dealerships, talk to some people, test drive 3 or 4 different models before you decide on the one you're going to buy. Probably going to do even a bit more. Buy a Consumer Reports magazine, go online, do some research. Same thing with stereo equipment, a new bike, whatever. I mean, with me, I really do my due diligence. Even if I'm upgrading to a different protein powder or vitamin, not all that expensive, I'll still do a little bit of research online to see what I'm buying and if I want to make the change. Now, when it comes to real estate, due diligence is vitally important because when you consider it being probably the biggest purchase you're ever going to make, you definitely want to make sure that you're doing your due diligence and knowing everything you can about that house or that condo or townhome. Now, the reason I bring this up is that I've seen several instances just this past summer of units that have been sold that I know are not following or breaking strata rules and regulations. Now, these are some complexes in central Richmond, 28 to 34-year-old 3-story wood frame buildings. Nice area, close to SkyTrain. These things are what I would call cream puffs or cupcakes. Great to buy, fix them up. A lot of investors will buy them and flip them. Some will buy them, fix them up, and rent them out. Well, I recently was touring one of my clients to look at several of them. Went in to look at them. They were both on the 2nd and 3rd floor. Both of them had extensive renovations done. They looked fantastic. On the floor, though, was a brand new hardwood or engineered flooring. Now, I know this complex, and I know that after the 1st floor, the ground floor, 2nd and 3rd floor, you are not allowed to put any type of laminate flooring down. It's against the strata rules. And by doing so, you're breaking the strata rules. You can be fined, and eventually, it's only a matter of time if someone complains below you when they hear the high heels or the shoes banging on the hardwood, they're going to send a letter to Strata or the Strata Council. They're going to send you a letter. They're going to want to investigate it and take a look at your unit. Now, if they find that you've got hardwood floor on there, they're going to ask you to tear it all out and put back in a shag carpeting or something. And that's going to be, of course, at your expense. So some of these units have got some pretty expensive engineered flooring in there. Probably spent $4,000 or $5,000 on them at least. That's all got to come out. So you want to do your due diligence. It sounds so straightforward, but I've seen some of these units as well in other complexes that I know hardwood floor and laminate is not allowed, and I've seen them sold. Might get away with it for a while, but eventually you could get that surprise letter in the mail and have to tear it all out. Simple due diligence would have covered that. Whenever I'm listing a property, I always ask if there's been extensive renovations, were all these done according to the strata rules? Are you allowed to put in that hardwood floor on the 4th or 5th floor? Now, if you're in a concrete building, you can put hardwood in on any floor generally. Even some of the wood frame ones, if you've got the proper insulation underneath the underlay, a lot of times they'll allow you to do it anyways. So that's fine, but there are a number of these older complexes wood frame that will not allow under any circumstances any type of laminate or hardwood flooring. So that's a question you want to ask as soon as you walk in to look at a unit that's been upgraded, and if it's on the 2nd or 3rd floor, you need to ask that selling agent, is this laminate hardwood approved by the strata? Yes or no? You don't want to get burned on that and be open for a surprise later on. I'm Owen Bigland. Hope you learned something. You can always reach me at owen@owenbigland.com, 604-889-1118. I'm always happy to help out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.